security expert Richard Murphy has said that the killing of 135 Boko members in the Timbuktu Triangle around northeast Nigeria has exposed the group's leader Abubakar Shekau as a liar who is now under pressure to maintain an influence he never had. Murphy, who spoke against the background of the series of military operations that resulted in the killing of the group over last weekend, noted that the development has forced Shekau into a situation where he could be killed by his own commanders owing to the repeated losses they have suffered. According to Murphy, the pace at which the Nigerian military is going has made it clear that any terrorist that does not personally broker a deal to surrender is most likely to end up like those that have been killed in recent operations. Interestingly, there is a facet that some analysts are not seeing in the present military operations. This Boko group are being killed as they flee the battlegrounds. It is not that they were being repelled in the course of attacking a military base. It is not that they were killed while springing an ambush or launching a surprise attack against troops. They are being decimated by an army that took the war to them in their hideouts. I have I have an explanation for this. It is that the fundamental change in a way that Boko and their commanders are yet to appreciate. They have lost the capacity to retreat into neighboring Chad after launching attacks in Nigeria, and the same can be said of Niger and even Cameroon. The Nigerian military took delivery of certain hardware, which was not the case as the time decision makers in the West were being swayed by fabricated human rights violations reports. Had the compelling leadership exhibited by the Nigerian Army Chief General Butai, and you begin to get a picture of why Chicago will do well to close shops, possibly consider his surrender. If that window is still open, the security expert posited. He said the number of this group killed by government troops in recent weeks have exposed Chicago's numerous lies that have spurred his minors to their death in the ongoing war being waged against their insurgency. Murphy explained that war is not all about the bombs and the bullets, it also entails psychological warfare, which is what propaganda is directed at achieving. This must have been what Chicago thought he was doing when he recorded the latest audio he published. But within hours of the clip making it to the public, it became apparent that it was a bad call given the mix of situations he currently faced. The desperation showed through just as each sentence of the recording is now proven to be a lie. Shekau lied that he was not considering any decision to surrender. Yes, in the business he is currently engaged in, he wouldn't say otherwise until the final whistle, which we are not likely to wait for given the division that now dominates his camp. From all indications, he is on the run and his capacity to do any further fight with the troops is zero. He's also over 300 men. He has lost over 300 men in just 1 month, and such a rogue wants the world to believe that he's still able to fight. That is not correct. He's finished and his end has come, he declared. The security expert, however, said the Nigerian army must sustain its offensive against the terrorists to ensure recovery in recovery is impossible for them, while noting that the country had given Chicago enough time to surrender while he failed to take up the offer even though it was presented several times. He warned that the army must fight and ensure that the last terrorist is killed and not allowed to escape into Chad or any other neighboring nation. Nigeria must learn from the past in two different respects. The first is that any terrorist left behind in his slot in his ons in this onslaught is like the rhizome of an invasive plant species left in the soil. Given enough time and the right conditions, it will grow and take over the whole place. This is what happens each time the military defeats Boko and leaves behind some remnants of the fighters. The second thing Nigeria must learn from this history of Boko itself is if you killed its founder or leader without mopping up the followers, they will always find a madman to lead them into battle, Murphy said. So guys, they are telling us this Murphy is a security expert, Richard Murphy, and this is his own submission. The question is that I don't know whether he's the spokesperson of the Nigerian military or spokesperson of a Burutai, or he's just looking at the whole thing from the expertise angle. One thing is that why would people who have been taking people's life be left, be given time to say, oh, until they surrender, giving them opportunity to surrender. And meanwhile, they are destroying a lot of things. Things are getting bad, things are getting worse, things are deteriorating, lives are being taken, and you are telling us that the military has been trying to give him many time opportunity to surrender. Why can't they swing into action if they have the power, if they have what it takes? We don't need all these rhetorics here and there, today, tomorrow, they are doing this. To me, this expert or whatever, like I asked, whether is the spokesperson of the Burutai or the Nigerian army, they should swing into action. We want to see the results. All this talk will not hear and anyway. Some people have been saying that it is Nigerian army that is trying to persuade him to repent. You don't do that, because we know the way these people handle just a criminal on the streets, those who go to rob. Nobody waits for them to come and repent, and you'll be seeing them destroying things. You say you are waiting for them to repent. If you have what it takes to bring them down, bring them down. All this long story will not help anybody. It will not help anybody. Whether this expert is talking in the favor of the army or trying to blow their trumpets, it is inconsequential. This kind of effort, if really they are putting this kind of effort, why have they not put this kind of effort since 2015 that they came on board, over 5 years? The same Burutai that told us that people think to get rid of these people, it is an easy thing, that it's not my mind, that it can take as long as more than 10 years, that if you think that within 2 years or 3 years or 10 years that this whole thing or these people will be defeated, that the person will be joking. But all of a sudden, after the Chad troop and the president are done their bits, that is when we are seeing this kind of seriousness. They would have put on these things. If you call yourself the giant of Africa, you would have led by example. You wouldn't have allowed the Chadian troop to have even taken over, because as it is now, they've already done the major thing. Now to tell us that Burutai is this, Burutai is this, is neither here nor there. It is neither here nor there. What Nigerians are waiting for, it is action. All those long story, you are waiting, you are still waiting for him to come and surrender. You are waiting for him, giving him windows, is that if he does not key into the opportunity given to him, he will be taken down. What are you waiting for? Meanwhile, Lai Mohammed had already told us that they have been defeated. If they have been defeated, why will Burutai relocate to Borno again? Why will he relocate there if really they have been defeated? Of course, Lai Mohammed, with the way he talks and the way people view him, and with what I has been saying, whether he's really conforming to reality on ground, it's what everybody knows. So this man, this Murphy, talking on behalf of Burutai or on behalf of Nigerian government, is neither here nor there. Why are you giving them chance to repent? Why are you giving them window, space to be able to come and surrender? Swing into action and get this thing. That's what Nigerians are paying them for. Using taxpayers' money to be waiting for somebody. It's unfortunate. Whether it's speaking for Burutai, it's a different ballgame entirely. Let's hear what Nigerians are saying. I've already said my own opinion. Let's hear what they are saying here. Someone say, may God continue to be with you all. I pray for the Nigeria Chief of Army. The Lord will console you, sir, for the loss of your beloved mother. Okay, there is nothing about Chicago that is hidden. Oga, Army, you did not travel that far, only to expose him, but to kill or get him alive. Stop making stories. Chad no make noise like this, but through actions we also exactly all this a long story or whatever, but whatever that the this and this and that is neither here nor there. Just like I said, someone says don't expose Shekawu, arrest or kill him. That's it. Go to war and feel what they are feeling. Don't just sit at the corner of your room and type rubbish. Okay, this one is from the north. That's why you can speak like that. Continue deceiving yourself. the people that are saddled with the responsibility should do their job. That is their job. This person is for him to type. He has already paid. This particular person has paid his dues for them to do the work. So telling this person not to say anything, or because he cannot go to the work, everybody cannot go to the field now. Some people have said they can do it, and they are there. They are on the foot doing the what they know how to do. So they should do it rightly. Everybody cannot be there. Some people are paying for them to be there. So trying to discredit somebody for saying uh, the truth is neither here nor there, and the person cannot be shot. Someone says, if it is so easy, go there and fight. Are you not a man if you feel they are not doing enough? Okay, now they don't come here. Don't expose Chicago, just like somebody has said. You can never leave, God can never leave you alone, because you are defending over 200 million citizens of all of you will surely be saved. No life of Nigeria armies will be lost in this war. The Chadian president harbored Boko Haram, and they made it difficult to extrapolate, or I don't know what this person is saying. Full stop. If there, please stop it there. Who do you think is a kid in this country? You know, this person is referring to that Murphy. I'm not buying this story. How much do they pay you for this story? How long will it take our military to get the job done? This is a great opportunity for our military. Only if they can utilize it, they should catch him alive or dead. Someone said the write-up is just too lengthy. God embark Nigeria, or back Nigeria army. Please, army are not trained for all this English grammar. Who is a kid again in Nigeria? Please just surprise us. We now understand a new change in Nigeria army. Nigeria army chief image launderer. Try harder to make them clean in the sights and minds of Nigerians. But buy more jig and bleach to wash them clean. But mind you that the Chadian soldiers have taken the glory and pride of the occasion. Of course, they've taken it. So they just didn't leave and clear the whole thing on ground. Kudos to our gallant Nigeria army. Brutai, well done. More grace. Good news that evokes mixed feelings on the residents of the northeast Nigeria. Please, let a sustained effort be brought to bear on this group. Kudos to the Nigeria army. It might be that closure of borders is having impact on the terrorists, hence some of their outside sponsors cannot easily get them supplies with the need equipment. People lost faith in Nigeria army for a very long time ago. Stories were manufactured but never seen results at all. It's only Chad army that we got a sigh of relief. Our army, Nigeria army, paid to work. Stop all these stories and tell us what you have killed, that you have killed the so-called Shikawu. All this now story. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comments below on this expert submission on how Brutai has exposed the lies of Shikawu. Leave your comment below and let's have your take.